life without this framework is like a journey in and of itself. So it's really just letting go of like deconstructing a lot of those beliefs. And we don't talk about things. It's more just everyone understands where people are coming from, and we share at the end a little bit. There's a little time for sharing, so it's really nice. That's Sunday at 7 to 8:30 this Sunday, and it's just once per month as well. Both are $25. I think so. Let's just practice. Wasted enough time. Okay. Comfortable seated position if you're not already there. And I always like to move a little bit, wiggle a little bit, stretch a little bit, get some physical feedback right in the beginning. So if there's any little wiggles, movement, stretches you want to take, feel free. And then just slowly find your way to stillness, your Sunday morning seated meditation. So sit up nice and tall. Feel into the length of your spine, maybe even visualize the length of your spine. From the base all the way up to your crown. See if you can feel the length in the back of your neck, maybe the slightest little tuck of your chin. And just be very intentional about where and how you place your hands. So maybe you're just resting your hands in your lap, palms face up to be a bit more receptive, palms face down for a little more grounding. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your heart, or one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. And with your eyes closed, just start to feel your inner world, feel into what's going on inside of you. So just your own inner space. Physical sensations, energetic sensations, and even emotions that are moving through. So basically, what have you brought with you to class this morning? You're not trying to change or fix or control. You're just noticing. So nothing to do except witness, watch, and allow what's there to have space to move through you. Start to feel into your breath. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. And take a moment to pause in that fullness. Maybe take an extra sip at the top. When you're ready, open your mouth and sigh it out. Ah. Very nice. Do that again. Inhale, fill up. Imagine you can breathe all the way down from the crown of your head to the base of your spine. When you're ready, open your mouth and big sigh to release and let go. Ah, beautiful, friends. One more time, biggest inhale of your morning. It's like you're waking your body up from the inside out. Hold, let this breath circulate through all the little tiny spaces. Big sigh when you're ready, release. Ah. Very nice. Seal your lips now. And start to drop into your Ujjayi breath. So start to create that whisper noise, that oceanic sound, by using the muscles in the back of your throat. See if you can continue to take your breath all the way down. As you feel ready to start moving, you're welcome to start from your seat if you want to, just kind of exploring through your upper body or your arms. Whenever you're ready, tabletop position is where we'll meet up, hands and knees, and just start to move and explore from there. So if you come to my class often, you're familiar with this. Go right into your intuitive, creative, instinctual movement. If you're a little less familiar with moving intuitively, maybe you start with just some cat-cows, the flexion and extension of your spine back and forth. And then you start to just kind of feel around a little bit. So it's not Okay, I'm gonna do 3 cat-cows, then 3 hip circles, then sit back in child's pose for 3 breaths. It's actually just being present with your body, with your felt senses, and moving in that moment, feeling and responding to what you feel. See if you can start to create more space, and those tight spaces, those hard edges, get curious about them. Send your breath there. Maybe see if there's a way you can pause, move back and forth over those tight spaces. If your forearms are feeling a lot, or your wrists want a little bit of stretching, you might spin your fingers out or back and just kind of rock a little bit side to side, forward and back, around in little circles. So there's about a million ways you can explore from your hands and your knees. In your next few breaths, no rush, so like 3 to 5 rounds. Downward facing dog is our eventual destination. Good job, you guys. I love watching the evolution of my students. When I first tell people to move intuitively, it's like this really uncomfortable thing. And it's not much movement, but then time after time, I see them get more curious. I see all these different movements that probably they didn't even know were possible in their bodies start to happen. So stay curious. There's so many more ways to move than you probably realize. Once you're back in your down dog, keep that exploration going. Keep feeling around. So if it's helpful, close your eyes and just feel from the inside. See if you can find that connection to your center. I always talk about it. It's like there's a rope attached to your belly button, and it's literally pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. It's lifting you out of your arms. See if you can feel your strong foundation in your hands. So your hands don't feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much weight. My wrists are hurting. Your hands are strong and powerful. So spread your fingers, push the ground away with your fingertips, especially your thumbs and index. See if you can rotate your shoulders externally. So out away from your ears, feel the space there. You should be able to shake your head yes or no without a problem. And then feel your big deep breaths. Very nice down dogs, you guys. Soft face, soft jaw. So is there a way you can keep all the strength, all the activation, and then just kind of soften around it? Soften your outer shell or soften within it. What would that feel like? Take one more great big inhale. Maybe lift your hips just a tiny bit higher. Lengthen your side bodies a tiny bit more. Exhale, look to the top of your mat. Step, tiptoe, or hop. However you want to get there. Forward fold. Once you've arrived, hang out for a moment in your fold. So feet can be hips width distance apart, or I even like mine a little bit wider for this first fold. All of your toes are facing forward, so make sure you're not duck-footed at all. Keep your weight slightly forward. So rather than rocking back into your heels and locking out your knees, bend your knees a little or even a lot. Keep your weight more in your toes and the balls of your feet. And then see if you can use your core to lift your sit bones super high. Maybe you're in a rag doll, or you've got your hands behind your head, your fingers interlaced. Maybe you want to sway or bob or bounce. Are you still taking those big diaphragmatic breaths? Can you hear your breath? Take one more. Next inhale, spinal extension. So how much length can you create? Exhale, fold and bow. Do that again. Halfway lift. Crown reaches forward, butt reaches back, sit bones broaden. Nice, Taylor. Exhale, fold, butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground, all the way to empty. This time, let's rise. So through your halfway lift, all the way to stand, arms to the sky. Hands to your heart center with your exhalation. Inhale, take your arms up, high mountain. Exhale, swan dive down. So stick your butt out, heart forward, all the way down. Then let it all go. Halfway lift with your inhale. So feel into the length and the strength in your back body. Exhale, fold, nice stand. Root through your feet. Heart leads, rise to stand. Arms to the sky, maybe you even gaze up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Let's do one more, just like that, half sun salute. Maybe you try closing your eyes. Inhale, reach. Swan dive takes you down slowly. So use your exhale and then let it go. Breathe in to find your halfway lift. Beautiful. And exhale, bow all the way to empty, navel to spine connection. Lead with your heart, rise up. Arms reach up, stretch. Nice, Sally. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, friends, this time, inhale, take your arms up. We're just gonna pause here, interlace your fingers and press your palms to face the sky. Take a great big inhale, get as tall as you can. As you exhale, over to the right with your upper body, hips to the left. More weight in your left foot. See if you can pull your left shoulder back, press your right armpit forward. Take one more round of breath. End of your exhale. Listen, we're gonna round our spine and bring our palms to press forward. So curl in, perhaps a big bend in your knees, and then hang out here for a moment. Maybe move your hips side to side or your shoulders back and forth. Feel into each side of your back body. And then as you're ready, we're gonna come up to our side body stretch towards the window. So your arms to the left, your hips to the right. Pull your right shoulder back, press your left armpit forward, maybe even a little gaze up. Take one more round. Press through your palms, strong through your arms. Inhale, back to center, get tall. Exhale, release your clasp, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers here. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze your spine, and then if you can, start to reach your hands back. If you tend to lock out your elbows, bend your elbows, press your palms together. See if you can start to create a back bend. So lift or puff up through your chest. Gaze just slightly up. Take one more inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, swan dive all the way down. Hang out in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced for about 2 or 3 breaths. If you're pressing your palms and that feels like too much, you can let that part go. Weight slightly forward, so try not to rock back into your heels. Use your core, navel to spine, lift your sit bones, lift your knuckles, possibly reach them forward, relax your neck, soften your face. One more in breath. Nice job. Exhale, hands to your low back, release your clasp, let your arms hang down. Give them a little shake or shake your head a little bit. Find your breath. Next, inhale, halfway lift position, realign. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. So top of your push-up, spread your fingers, push the ground away. Start to take little tiny rocks forward and back. So just like you're sawing through wood with your body. Make sure your elbows aren't locked out. So your arms are strong, your shoulders are strong. One more inhale, little rock forward. Maybe you come to your knees if you feel like modifying. Exhale, lower just halfway. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Nice, Kev. Exhale again, little rock forward, lower halfway. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up. Yeah. Exhale, slow as you can go all the way down. Your back bend. So you choose back bend of your choice. Baby cobra, full cobra, Spider-Man, up dog, Sphinx. Maybe you give yourself 2 or 3 rounds. When you are ready, however you want to transition, downward facing dog. Big spacious breaths into your down dog. So absolutely you can explore your down dog in your own way. Just ignore me for a moment if you want to. I'm going to give you an option. So if you would like, take your feet out to the width of your yoga mat, nice and wide, and then push really hard into your right hand as you press back through your left heel and shift your hips over to the left just a little bit. See if you can feel a little more stretch in the back of your left leg. Keep lifting your hips, stay connected to your center. One more breath. And then switch it up. So press into your left hand, your left fingertips, and press back through your right heel. Shift your hips over to the right. Yeah. Nice, you guys. Keep lifting your hips, lengthening through your spine. Breathe down the back of your right leg. One more. Nice, Tabitha. End of your exhale, come back to center. So just center your weight. You can readjust your feet if you want to. You don't have to. It's up to you. Big deep breaths. One more inhale, everybody. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space. Step, tiptoe, or hop. Forward fold. Once you have arrived, spinal extension. So how much length can you create? Nice mix. Exhale, fold and bow. Now listen, chair pose. So weight in your heels, bend your knees, lift your heart. Arms to the sky, or if that feels like too much in your neck or your shoulders, perhaps a little bend in your elbows would help. Nice. So sit back, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Awesome. Now, rather than rounding your back and looking down, think of a little baby cobra in your heart. Bottom tips of your shoulder blades squeeze, and then don't let go of your belly, navel to spine. Sit just a tiny bit lower. Take one more breath. As you inhale, high mountain, option to lift all the way up to your tiptoes. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you swan dive down. So balance challenge, stick your butt out all the way down, heels on the ground for your halfway lift with your inhale. Exhale, let it go. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up, and then exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower. Back bend of your choice, breathe in. Exhale, nice ash, downward facing dog. All right, next inhalation, take your right leg to the sky, and then square off your right hip if it's not already square. So right hip faces down and slightly back rather than out to the right. Make your right leg strong and powerful. So really strong from your fingertips all the way up to your right heel or your right toes. Nice, Andrea. Take one more big inhale. Really strong, really long. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. See if you can lift through your waistline. Round your back more. And then exhale, step forward, low lunge. Take a moment and just work your own legs in your own way. Stretch a little bit. So your back knee could come down. Your front leg could work towards straight. Anything goes. Yeah, a little twist. Open your front hip. Just notice, how are my legs? How are my hips, my hamstrings, my ankles, my toes? Even if all you do is close your eyes, put your awareness in your legs and breathe with intention and attention. Awesome. Take about 2 more rounds here. Crescent lunge is your destination when you're ready. So you can start rising, settling in your own time. Front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. So find your widest stance, but then hug back in. So squeeze towards midline. Front hip pulls back hip pulls forward, and that's where the stability comes from. Yeah, nice, Maddie. Tone your lowest, deepest abdominals. So feel that navel to spine connection. Let your heart lift a little higher. Maybe reach a little higher, possibly gaze up, soften your face. Take one more big inhale. Now listen, as you exhale, turbo twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Bend your back knee to a hover. If you want to bring your back knee down to modify, that's fine with me. Otherwise, back knee is hovering, and try to pull your back thigh forward. Try to pull your front hip back. Breathe down into your belly and use your exhale to twist a little bit more. If you want a balance challenge, gaze back over your right fingertips. Nice, Eileen. Broaden through your shoulders. One more breath. Ah, good job. Now listen, end of your exhale, bring your right forearm across your low back. Square off your shoulders towards the front of the room, left arm towards the sky. Start to work into a back bend. It doesn't have to be great big. Your low belly is strong to support your low back. Lift your heart and curl open. So rather than leaning back, curl open. Take one more inhale. Exhale slowly. Bring your left hand down inside your right foot. Reach your right arm to the sky. You're in a revolve lunge. So take about 2 or 3 breaths in your revolve lunge. If you'd like to intensify it, you can walk your left fingertips off the left side of your yoga mat. You can reach your right fingertips back, heart looks up, legs stay strong. So your own variation, give it everything you've got, your awareness, your breath. One more round. Nice, Teresa. End of your exhale, let it go. Wide-legged forward fold. So sweep your hands over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. And I'll let you take your halfway lift on your own if you want. So anywhere you want to go, about 5 rounds. So take this time to give your body what it needs. Not to tune out and go somewhere else. But stay right here and listen. Listen to your breath, sensation. Soft face, soft jaw. Notice what happens when you make just the tiniest little adjustment. So if you're back in your heels, again, rock forward just a little bit, lift your butt a little higher. Does that feel different? Is there more space you can find? Take one last round. Exhale out your mouth if you want to. Ah. Fingertips to the ground if they're not there already. Walk your fingertips forward and rotate your toes forward. So coming back into a low lunge position. All right, from your low lunge, start to walk your hands off the top edge of your mat as you lift your back leg up. If you've got a block, you're welcome to use it underneath your hands. So we're in a warrior 3 position with our fingertips on the ground or our hands on blocks. So go for a nice long spine like you're in a halfway lift. And then back leg parallel to the earth, hips square. Stay where you are at, or see if you can take your right arm forward. See if you can bring your left hand to the front of your right thigh. So you're in an asymmetrical warrior 3. If you still want more, see if you can reach both arms forward. You're in full warrior 3. Fullest expression. One last breath, awesome river. End of your exhale, forward fold, top of your space. Maybe give your right leg a little shake out. Halfway lift position, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Pause in your plank, Vashisthasana. Right hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. If you want to bring your right knee or your right forearm down to modify, fine with me. So do what you got to do. And then if your bottom knee is not on the ground, see if you can lift your hips higher. Maybe reach your left arm forward. Awesome, Eric. Maybe float your left leg up or take a leg variation. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. So there's so much strength work here, but can you find a little bit of softness, a little bit of sweetness? Take one last round, fullest expression. Beautiful. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale to slowly lower. Back bend of your choice as you breathe in. You can take an extra breath or two if you want. And then for a moment, either child's pose, or if you'd rather, hero's pose, seated meditation. So give yourself a moment just to slow down, just to feel your breath, feel your body. Just notice what's moving through. Anytime you'd like, open mouth exhalation. In your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. So Ujjayi breath. Can you hear it? Fire it up. Inhale, take your left leg to the sky. And take a moment, square off your hip. So adjust so that your left hip is facing down and maybe slightly back. I don't care about height. I do care about length, strength, and power through your left leg. Awesome, Mary Jo. So as you press into your fingertips, press up through your left foot. Very good. Take one more big inhale. Beautiful awareness. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Round your spine. Hollow out to your belly. Shoulders over wrists. So come forward, shoulders over wrists. Stay here. Breathe in. Push the ground away. Round your spine, round, and then step forward slowly. Good job. All right, take a moment. Just kind of stretch your legs on this side, whatever feels good. It doesn't have to be what you did on the other side. Yeah, working into your left hip, your left hamstring. Nice, I love it. So I love when this changes from, oh no, she told us to do something on our own. What am I supposed to do? To actually, oh yes, this feels so good. I get to go wherever I want to. So it's a shift of just how we feel in our bodies, our comfort level, our body awareness, our willingness to go inward and explore and be with what's there, our safety. In your next couple of rounds, crescent lunge, rise when you're ready. Very nice. So hips square, all 10 toes should face forward. So try not to like halfway warrior one and halfway crescent lunge, but get your back toes facing directly forward, back heel lifted. Yeah. Pull your front hip back. So you're plugging the femur bones into the hip socket. Pull your back hip forward. Feel that stability in your legs. Very nice. Good, Chris. Lift your heart. Is there any way you can find more length in your side bodies? Soften around the pose, soften your face. One more inhale. We've got a twist on our exhale. So exhale, turbo twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. Back knee bends to a hover. Good, Mads. So try not to lean forward, but keep your weight nice and centered. So crown of your head draws up as you bend your back knee, and try to pull your backside forward just energetically. Pull your front hip back. Squeeze through your inner thighs if you want a balance challenge. Gaze back over your left fingertips. Nice job. Good, Samantha. One more round. Breathe into your belly. Use your exhale to work your twist. End of your exhale, left forearm across your low back. Square your shoulders forward. You can keep your back knee bent as you start to lift your heart. Gaze up, curl open. So you're reaching your right fingertips back. Heart is lifting, puffing up. So you're not just leaning back and collapsing. You're curling open. Take one more big inhale. Thanks, Sam. As you exhale, right hand to the ground. Inhale, left arm to the sky. You're in a revolve lunge. change. You can stay right here about 3 rounds of breath, or if there's a variation you want to take, feel free. Option to walk your right fingertips, nice Andrea, off the right side of your mat, and then left fingertips reach back. Turn your heart to look up. So it's like you're trying to reach back and touch the person behind you. Yeah, beautiful poses, friends. Nice river, one last round. End of your exhale, let it go. Hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. So wide-legged straddle. Anywhere you want to take it on this side. So feel free to play and explore, just hang out, more of a restful pose if that's what will best serve you. Just go back in. What is there to notice? What is there to feel? Even watch your thoughts. It's so interesting when we can separate ourselves from our thoughts and just start to watch our mind, what our mind does when we're not paying attention. Usually the thoughts we have, they're very much repetitive throughout the day. So what is your mind doing when you're not even noticing? Start to notice. Last couple rounds. Open mouth exhale if you want. Fingertips on the ground. Walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward back to low lunge. From your low lunge, working towards our warrior 3. So you're gonna walk your fingertips forward, float your back leg up. Maybe your hands are on a block or fingertips on the ground. Spine long like you're in a halfway lift. So if it's helpful, bend your standing legs, square off your hips. So inner thighs face each other, right hip faces straight down. Right leg strong. This can be where you stay, or can you take your left arm forward? Maybe right hand to the front of your left thigh, asymmetrical warrior 3. So left arm forward, right leg back. Or if you want, both arms reach forward for your full warrior 3. Yeah, awesome, Emily. Strong through your back leg, connected to your center, square through your hips. Long spine, one last breath. Very nice. Forward fold. Good, Jen. Set your right foot down. Give your left leg a little shake out if it wants. Ujjayi, reconnect. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. Pause in your plank, side plank on your left hand. So left hand is your strong base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Nice, Caleb. And then right arm to the sky. So hips are lifted, or if you want to, your left knee can come down, or your left forearm can come down to modify. Lift, lift, lift through your hips. Good, Sophia, like you're creating a rainbow or a crescent moon shape. Option to take your right arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Option to float your right leg up or find your own leg variation. Soften around the pose. One more round. Give it everything you've got. Nice, Samantha. End of your exhale, plank or modified. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Slowly lower. Now listen. Baby cobra. So stay low. Lift using your back strength rather than your arm strength. Good, Taylor. So take a moment and just feel your back strength. See if you can keep it. Lift your hands and reach them back. Lift your feet and reach them back. Hug your inner thighs in rather than letting your legs come apart. You can stay here, or final option is to interlace your fingers and use your big fist to lift your heart a little higher, to open a little more. So wherever you are at, lift, lift, lift. Breathe down into your belly. Feel your back strength. One last inhale. Exhale, let it go. Rest down. You can rest your head to either side. Might feel good to move your hips a little. Just shimmy them back and forth. Windshield wiper your shins a bit. In your next 3 to 5 rounds, downward facing dog. So if you want to pause in a child's pose or take some cat-cows, please feel free. I'll come around with a little spritzy. If you do not want a little essential oil spritz near you, just raise your hand. All good, okay. I got in trouble the other day with somebody had allergies, so now I'm like, okay, better ask every time. So slow, deep breath. Reconnecting to your center. So no matter what is going on around you, no matter what chaos, what noise, you can always find that connection to your center from within, just by connecting to your breath, feeling your body, allowing what's inside of you to be felt and acknowledged and witnessed. Just over and over and over again, come back to you. That part of you that isn't moving so quickly, that isn't so easily swayed by external forces. Downward facing dog. If you're not already there, start a transition back. All right. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And this time, open your right hip. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. Yeah, good job. So see if you can squeeze through your outer right butt cheek to lift your right knee a little higher. Notice if you just got lazy in your left leg, hug in with your left inner thigh. Keep that connection to center. Take one more inhale. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, or as close as you can come. Good. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. You're welcome to open your hip if you want. Right to right this time. So aim as high as you can. Add a push-up if you want. Don't let your butt drop. Nice, Eric. Inhale, back up. Awesome, Caleb. Lengthen or open. Last one, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine, push the ground away. Step forward softly, low lunge. All right, friends. From your low lunge, we'll set up a warrior two. So back heel pivots down, cartwheel your arms up, settle in. Right toes face forward, left toes directly to the left. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath your body and feel your front knee track towards your pinky toe. So really press into the outer edges of your feet. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up. Reach up, reach back. Don't forget about the bend in your front knee. Don't forget about wrapping your front butt cheek underneath you. Lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Beautiful. One more in breath. Exhale, back to warrior two. And then reach forward. So we're going towards side angle. Reach for the front wall and see if you can even get your rib cage to slide forward. Your upper body doesn't need to move, just your arms. Right arm towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Yeah, so stay nice and open. Perfect, Kevin. So heart open, hips open. Maybe you take your left arm forward. Bicep next to your ear. Maybe you want to go for the half or the full bind. Take about 2 more rounds in your side angle. From side angle, we're going to move into half moon. So I like to bring my left hand to my left hip for the transition. You can choose. Start to reach forward as you bend your front knee a little more and launch off your back foot. Back leg strong and powerful. Yes, very nice. Good. Awesome poses. Back leg is like you're karate kicking and it got frozen in space. Heart open. If you want to go for the bind, grab hold of your left foot. You're welcome to. Take about 2 more rounds. All right, nice and easy. End of your next exhale, forward fold. So just step your left foot down next to right. Might give your right leg a little shake out. We're almost done, but just not quite yet. So from your forward fold, halfway lift, we're going to bring our left hand, well, actually both hands either to blocks or fingertips to the ground underneath your shoulders. Lift your left leg back and up again. So you were just here with your left leg lifted, but now your hips are square. Keep them very square. We're working into revolved half moon. So left hand stays on the ground or a block. Right hand, I like to bring my right hand to the crease in my right hip and literally push my right leg back. Feel your inner thighs squeeze and your upper body should start to twist to the right automatically. Continue to work that twist. Maybe you reach your right arm up, open through the right side of your heart. Back leg strong. Yeah. Can you feel your breath? Can you take it all the way down into your belly? I know it's uncomfortable. Take one more round, back leg strong. Work your twist as you exhale. Good job. Forward fold. Come back. Good job. Give your right leg another shake out or both legs a little shake out. Halfway lift as you're ready, just realigning. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's take it all the way up. Rise. Full body stretch. Inhale. And reconnect to you. Hands to heart. Exhale. Flow with your breath. High mountain. Breathe in. Swan dive slowly down. Traction out your spine. Then let it go. Beautiful. Nice, Chris. Halfway lift position. Breathe in. Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands back to plank. You move through your vinyasa however you want to. See you back in downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. So can you not only feel your breath rising and falling, expanding and contracting, but also hear it? That whisper noise, follow it with your awareness. Next, inhale, left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, so bend your knee, reach it out and up. So try to make this come from your hip joint. Good, Sally. Not your shoulders, not your hands. Squeeze through your outer left butt cheek. Hug in with your right inner thigh. Active through your left foot. I like to imagine there's an invisible washcloth rolled up behind my left knee, and I'm trying to squeeze it, wring it out. Take one more inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your core. Get as close as you can. Push the ground away. Inhale, back up. Awesome, Halls. You can open your hip if you want. Left to left. Aim high. Add a push-up if you want. Nice, Mads. Inhale, three-legged. And last one, everyone. Knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Round your spine. Push the ground away. Step through softly. Beautiful. Warrior two stance. Rise in your own time. Settle in. So if you want to, look down at your feet. Your front heel should intersect your back arch or line up with your back toes. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath your body. And rather than your front knee kind of falling or collapsing in, feel it track out. Yes, so good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Front palm rotates up. Reach up, try to touch the ceiling, then reach slightly back. Don't forget about the bend in your front knee. Keep bending. Nice, Al. And then lift your left ribs up away from your left hip. So draw your belly button. Yeah. Good job, friends. Soften your face. One last big inhale. Exhale through your warrior two, reach forward. So take your time here, reach as far as you can. You're setting up your pose. Your upper body doesn't change, just your arms. So make sure you don't close off through your heart and look down at the ground. Your heart stays nice and open. Left elbow can rest on your left thigh. Right arm might reach forward. Maybe half or full bind. Wrap your left butt cheek, press through your back foot. Back leg stays strong. Heart open, hips open. Yeah, so if you take the bind, see if you can reopen your heart. In your next breath or two, start your transition into balancing half moon. So slowly and intentionally, if you're using a block, feel free, take it with you. Good, be playful. So if you're falling in and out like 10 times and that's your pose today, perfect. That's why we're here to practice. Meet yourself where you are at. Right hip is stacked on top of left. You want to take the bind, go for it. Heart open. It's like you're karate kicking with your right leg and it got frozen in space. So it's strong and powerful, not heavy and lifeless. Breathe into it all the way down into your right toes. One last round, your fullest expression. Beautiful job. End of your exhale, slowly forward fold. Nice and easy. You can give your left leg a little shake or kind of pedal out to your heels, move your hips a little bit. Almost there. Let's find our halfway lift. So hold with this nice long spine, hands to blocks under your shoulders or fingertips to the ground. So that might mean instead of rounding your back, bend your knees to get your fingertips to the ground. All right, left foot stays rooted, right leg reaches back, hips are square. So sometimes I like to take one of my hands to my hips, to my butt, and just see, is my right butt cheek a lot higher than my left? And if it is, that means my hips aren't square. So readjust. Okay, working into our twist. We're twisting towards the window. So left hand, maybe to the crease in your left hip, push back. Start to automatically feel your upper body twist to the left as you squeeze your inner thighs. Nice, Christine. And then maybe left arm reaches up. As you reach your left arm up, see if you can open through the left side of your heart. So it's not just your arm, but it's your actual left side opening. Yeah, nice job. Good, Andrea. Back leg strong. Squeeze your inner thighs if it's helpful. Bend your standing leg a little more. Last big breath. Yes, end of your exhale, forward fold. Shake it out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Let's just roll this time, one vertebra at a time. Let your arms and your head hang, just super slow roll up to stand. Roll, 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 and at the very top, your head stacks. Once your head stacks, maybe you want to take a couple rolls with your shoulders up, back, and down. And then eventually come to stand in mountain pose with your arms down by your sides, traditional mountain pose, Tadasana. So feet rooted, arms by your sides, palms open. So that means you need to take your arms out a little bit wider so that your palms can open and your shoulders can open, your heart can open. Do so. Close your eyes and just stand in the most attentive way you can with your eyes closed, rooting through your feet, drawing up through the crown of your head, feeling connected to your own center, your own anchor point. Feel an invisible fulcrum or anchor run from the crown of your head all the way down through the base of your spine. Soften around it. So just feel grounded, connected, and then at the same time, can you feel big and spacious and expansive? Just play with that for a moment with your awareness. Feel the energy moving through you, your breath moving through you. Next time you inhale, stay as you are. Breathe in as big as you can, every single space. Inhabit your body. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Ah. Ujjayi, stretch your arms up, inhale. Swan dive, exhale, heart leads all the way down. Beautiful, lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale at the top of your, or excuse me, step your feet back, and then inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, slowly lower to your belly. Good job, friends. So let's stay low one more time, baby cobra. Just like we did before, float your hands, reach them back. Float your feet, reach them back. So locust pose. This is a great place to stay, or you can interlace your fingers, or this time full floor bow. So if you want to, bend your knees, grab your feet or your ankles. Everybody hug in with your inner thighs as you lift your heart, breathe down into your belly. If you are holding your feet, make sure you're active through your feet, spread your toes. Imagine you're trying to rotate your inner thighs up towards the ceiling. One last round. Beautiful. Nice, Tabitha. Let it go. Ah, rest on your belly for a moment. Shimmy your hips, windshield wiper your shins. And in your next 3 to 5 rounds, downward facing dog. And once you're back in your dog pose, just take a moment. Reconnect, feel around, walk it out. All right, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Open up your right hip, bend your right knee. Perfect place to stay, or if you would like, option to flip your dog. So right foot comes down, other right, Sam. Yeah. Good. So if you're in flip dog, lift your heart, lift your hips. Breathe all the way down into your belly. One more big, huge inhale. Nice, you guys. Come back, three-legged dog. See if you can square off your hips so everybody feel the difference. Take one more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pigeon, right shin forward, set your body down gently. So right knee towards the outer right edge, the long edge of your mat. Good, M. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward, just like you would do in crescent lunge. Good, Megs. So find that connection to center, the structure, what we call the integrity of the pose. Good, Andrea. And then heart forward and down, bow. Just big breaths. Notice, where do your thoughts go when you don't want to be here, when you're uncomfortable? Notice where you tighten or resist without even realizing it. Get curious about softening in spaces Or it feels like your body is a little heavy or dense. For me, it's my back body, the back of my heart, my mid back. So is there a way you could soften through your heart space or your shoulders? Just notice what comes, notice what goes, and let it. So this is a time to be in your body, if you allow yourself to be. To feel whatever there is to feel. Take about 4 or 5 more rounds. Open mouth exhales if you want. Last couple breaths. Very nice. Slowly, end of your next exhale, start to lift your upper body. We're actually going to come into a seat. So nice and easy. Allow your hips to open and your back knee to bend. Sit over onto your right butt cheek. Swing your left leg around. Give both of your legs, so both legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake out. And then we'll continue to work with our right hip. So bend your right knee, right foot on the ground, and then right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Hug your knee in and sit up really tall. Flex your left toes. So sit up as tall as you can, and then reach your right arm to the sky. Inhale here. As you exhale, twist to your right. Bring your right hand down behind you, or maybe just fingertips to the ground. Left hand can stay where it's at, and you can use it as gentle leverage. Or if you want, you can latch your left elbow to the outside of your right knee or thigh. Broaden through your shoulders and collarbones. Try not to lean back or put too much weight on your back hands. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. Maybe gaze back over your right shoulder. Use your exhales to twist just a little bit further. Thanks, Mary Jo. All right, end of your next exhalation. Take it all the way to empty and then slowly unwind. Keep your legs the same, but hands over to your left side. Excuse me. And then just take a little bow. So your back can round, your right butt cheek can lift, crown towards the ground. And I personally like to even push the ground away and turn towards the back of the room a little bit. Feels really good. So you can make this feel good for you. And just with your breath, your awareness, one last round here. And then lift your upper body, but keep your legs the same. This is the fun part. This is like the fun part of yoga, you guys. All right, so we're gonna just play with an arm balance. And if you have no interest in doing an arm balance, you can just watch everybody else and have fun watching. All right, this I think is one of the easiest because you have one foot on the ground. So your right foot is gonna stay on the ground. Your right hand is going to reach down to grab your left foot. So you can watch first and then try it. I'm gonna give you a bunch of things to think about. So right hand grabs the outer edge of left foot, or some people like to grab their wrap their peace fingers around their big toe. If you can't grab your foot, you can grab your ankle or your shin. You just gotta grab your leg somewhere. Left hand off the side of your mat. And this is where you're gonna put your weight. So your weight's gonna be in your left hand and your right foot. Your left arm's gonna do chaturanga. I'm simultaneously going to step on my right foot, put weight in my left hand, and then send my butt back behind me. So it looks like this. So my butt is going back, The weight is in my right foot and my left hand. And my left shoulder isn't collapsing forward, it's plugged in strong. Yes? Ready? Okay, let's go. Right hand reaches down. Grab where you can. Come on, Kev, you got this. Left hand off the left side. Are you ready? Butt back. Think butt back. Use your core. Right foot, left hand. Yeah! I see a lot of baby grasshoppers. Mary Jo killing it up there. Good job, friends. Okay, that was fun. So much fun for one day. Okay, uncross your legs. Give them a little shake out. Maybe a little windshield wiper would feel nice. You can find your way back to down dog however you want when you're ready. If you want to hang out in a boat pose, get a little bit of core, that's an option. And you can send it forward anytime. So you choose, doesn't have to be fancy, can be if you want it to be. Back to down dog, find your breath. Feel right side versus left side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, bend your left knee. Stay here or flip your dog. Left foot comes down. So with awareness, yeah, left foot down, left arm forward. Good. Heart lifts. Imagine there's a mirror on the front wall. You're trying to look at yourself in that mirror. Take one more round. Beautiful. Come back, three-legged dog. Left leg extended. See if you can feel square hips. Feel the difference. Teach yourself. Take one more inhale here. Pigeon pose, exhale. Very nice. So left knee towards the outer left edge of your mat. Pull your left hip back. Plug the femur bones into the hip socket. So we don't want to just exploit the hypermobility in our joints. We want to actually stretch the muscles. So that's why we're plugging in. And slowly bowing. Nice, Ash. Big, intentional breaths. And just notice what comes, notice what goes. Be the wide open space. Just let energy flow through. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths. Open mouth exhales anytime. All right, last round or two. Slowly begin lifting your upper body, finding your way into a seat. So sit onto your left butt cheek, swing your right leg around, both legs forward, give them a little shake. Then keep your right leg extended, left knee bends, left foot draws in, and then left foot to the outside of right thigh. So left foot on the ground, right toes flexed. Hug your left knee and get really tall. Puff up through your heart, your chest. Left arm reaches up. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Left hand comes down behind you. Fingertips, or maybe even your hand to a block if that's helpful. So try to stay really tall through your spine, broad through your shoulders. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Try not to lean back too much on your backhand. So stay nice and tall, lots of length. Soft face. Jaw. 1 or 2 more rounds. Work your twist. Ring out. End of your next exhalation. Take it all the way to empty and then unwind your upper body. Bring your hands over to your right side. So that nice little counter twist, that little bow, round your spine, crown towards the ground. Yeah, so this should just feel good. It's fine if your left butt cheek lifts a lot. Personally, like I said, I like to take my hands and really push down, kind of turn my upper body towards the back of the room. Feels good in my low back. So feel into it. One more round of breath. And then let it go. So come back up. We're going to play with that arm balance on this side. So much fun. Okay, right hand. You can do it with me if you want to. Right hand off the right side of your mat. Left arm goes in front of your leg to grab hold of your right foot, toe, ankle, shin. All right, simultaneous movement. When you're ready, press into your right hand, left foot. Take your butt back. Woo. So use your core to reach your butt back behind you. Nice. Yes. Right arm's in chaturanga. Eric's doing push-ups in this pose. Good. Nice. Try not to let your right shoulder roll forward. So many little baby grasshoppers. Good work, friends. When the love is lost, as James would say, uncross your legs. Just give them a nice little shakeout or maybe windshield wiper. We'll take it onto our backs now. So whenever you're ready, you can just lay all the way down. Maybe you want to take a couple windshield wipers on your back. Eventually, draw your knees in towards your belly and just find a gentle rock from side to side. Happy baby pose. So knees to the outsides of your ribs, soles of your feet face the sky. Just take a moment, rock it out in your happy baby, maybe even extend one leg and then the other, both at the same time. We did a lot of twisting today already, so I'm not going to cue a supine spinal twist, but if you feel like you want to take one, that's fine with me. Everybody, about 8 to 10 breaths to finish off your own practice. So whatever you want to do, whatever your body wants or needs, maybe that's going straight into your Shavasana. So this is for you, not for me or anybody else. Listen to your body. No judgment, just observation. And as you're ready, everyone start your transition into your final relaxation. No hurry. So just a thought as you move into your final relaxation. This is by Cory Muscara. It says practicing stillness is not about privileging stillness over movement. It's about the capacity to be still amidst your impulses. It's about choice. Practicing stillness is not about privileging stillness over movement. It's about the capacity to be still amidst your impulses. It's about choice. So for these last few moments, friends, this is your time to be still. So for whatever reason, we are creatures that like stimulation. We are creatures that have trouble slowing down, just doing nothing. So can you allow yourself to just be still amidst the impulse to do, to fix, to change, to control? Can you just allow yourself to be with what already is? These last few moments, I'll play my bowls. And if at any point it becomes too overwhelming or too intense, big, deep breaths, just like you would do with an uncomfortable yoga pose. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And slowly bring gentle movement back in. As you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. As you rest on your side, just kind of visualize or feel into your practice and that sound bath just settling inside of you, absorbing in. Use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So just right where we started. Sit up tall. Feel your spine. Broaden your shoulders. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart. And let's just seal our practice together with one collective Om. So start by exhaling, clearing your throat if you need to. And let it come all the way down from your gut. So inhale your voice. Namaste. We did it. Good job. Thank you so much, friends. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. Remember, next Sunday, 10 a.m. Hi, guys. Hello. Restore people are here. Yay. So no rush, just kind of a little rush, unless you're staying for Restore. But if you're staying for Restore, just chill. Yeah. Let's see if my mother's still there. This is all around.